Hello everyone, happy Tom Ford Tuesday, or Tuesdays are dedicated to Tom Ford beauty. So the new girl on the block has arrived in Crème formulation, Iconic Smoke. I'm going to share details with you, swatches, we're going to create a couple of looks. We're going to see because we need to know. Yes, we do. I also do some comparisons. I pulled some shadows from the collection. Just first glance, I haven't swatched them. We'll swatch them together and see how they compare because I kind of feel like this is quite unique to the collection, but we'll see, right? Let's hydrate and begin. Happy Tom Ford Tuesday, everyone. How are we? I hope we're doing well. Bareface Mo has arrived. Don't be alarmed. We're going to make it a full face of Tom Ford. It's Tom Ford Tuesday. Oh, yes. So before I get into Iconic Smoke, there's also another one, Ember Bronze. I admit, this does not give spring vibes. This is definitely more like what I feel to be like a fall color story. And I don't know. Let me know if you've got this palette, if yours arrived like this. But one particular shade, this one, it is so puffed up. It looks like it, I knew that was gonna happen. It literally just fell out. It was so puffed up. It's like so, my gosh, it's all over the floor and it just into a zillion pieces. This is not off to a good start. Huh. Ember Bronze. Huh. All right, so yeah, I got a little mess to clean up, but we'll get into Ember Bronze next Tom Ford Tuesday, so make sure you are subscribed. Oh my goodness. So, moving on. I'm just not going to look at the floor. I'm going to try. Oh my, wait, I have to clean it up. I'll be right back. Hold on. That is so disappointing. I don't want to like make this video about that palette, but I was like excited to share it with you because the Iconic Smoke became available first, and then, what was it called? And then the Ember Bronze became available like days later, so I had to order them separately. So that just came in. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited I get to share with you. But my excitement quickly went. Anyways, moving on. Let's talk about Iconic Smoke. So as you can see upon the color story, this is definitely first impression giving that smoky glam vibe. But I have a feeling we will definitely be able to create some wearable looks with this and beyond. But again, this is the Tom Ford Crème formulation, which is one of the newer formulations from Tom Ford. We've got the traditional powder shadows, we have the extreme, we've got the wet dry, and then the crème. The crème is a beautiful, unique cream to powder that I have had great experiences with. I have all of the others and I love them to bits. They're a wonderful formulation. So I think this is a great addition to the family. It's nice that they're extending the Crème formulation range. I think the biggest thing with the Crème formulation for me is the fact that there's not a lot of fallout. I find them to be very long wearing. I don't get a ton of creasing. It doesn't move. Super creamy and blendable. A beautiful formula to work with. So let's just do live swatches with these, and then I will insert my usual clips out in natural lighting. But look at this color story. How gorgeous. I love this shade. It's so fun. Oh my goodness. Very cohesive color story that you can wear all together. Definitely see some one and dones in here. Look at that. That's really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of concealing, make myself a tad bit more presentable. This is a Traceless Soft Matte Concealer. Also going to use this on the lids. I've seen a couple of other new Tom Ford products kind of popping up here and there. Check out my Shop My. That's where I always post all the new releases, and my social medias as well. Everything's always listed and linked down below in the description box for you. So I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to let the colors and the brush guide, but I definitely want to go into this shade first. This pretty one right here. It's like a super light blue purple. It's cute. It's nice. I don't think I have any colors like this. So I'm just picking up with my Chanel Old Faithful, and I'm actually just going to dust this all over my lid. And I didn't even set this concealer. I just applied it so that I could have a little something, so I don't look so scary. With this, I'm just dusting this all over. And whatever's left, just blending that in the crease. I'm going to go into the darkest shade here, which is this one. I'm going to just focus that on the outer eye. But because this is a fluffy brush, it's not going to be overly intense. I'm still going to be able to control the color. It's not going to be too much too quickly, which is nice. Okay. And whatever I have left, I'm just blending it in the crease. And it's doing so really, really nicely. Now really quick, I'm just going to take a wipe and just clean up this edge, because I feel like this is going to get out of control if I don't. There we go. It looks so much better already. So there's no product on the brush. I'm just going to blend the edge so it's nice and seamless. This is a pencil brush from Tom Ford. I'm going to go into this lightest shade right here, and we'll use that for the inner. This is a matte shade. I want to go in with this shade. This is the number 12 from Tom Ford. And keep that super close. Then go into the really dark one, same brush, and just connect. I'm gonna go back into the first shade we applied and just kind of re-intensify the lid with that. These shades build and blend and apply so nicely. Take a look at the palette after using it. I don't have a ton of kick up and powders everywhere. It's just a great formula. So far, using 3 of the 4 shadows, this is staying true to the Crème formulation experience that I've had with the others. Creamy, blendable, you don't get a ton of kick up and fallout. They meld on the lid nicely. Pigmentation is there. Very smooth, very easy to work with. So this is a very soft and nice, easy kind of smoky eye without it being too intense. I think this is still nice and wearable and all the things. So for this lid, I am going to set it with powder. Let's see if that makes a difference. I didn't see any issues with not setting the concealer on this eye. Everything's still blended nicely and it looks great. But, you know, that same fluffy brush, I'm going to go into the lightest shade. Just pick that up. There it is. And I am going to apply this on the beginning portion. Super focused on the beginning portion of this lid. Whatever's left, carry it out. But I want the most focus on the beginning. I'm going to switch over to the Tom Ford number 3. This is technically a concealer brush, but I'm going to use that to pick up this more shimmery shade. And I'll just show you what it looks like. Not getting any fallout. That's a beautiful thing. So I'm now going to focus this on the lid. I'm going to put this all over the lid. This is very creamy. I feel this reminds me of when Tom Ford had all those cream shadows in the little pots. I love those so much. I wish he would bring them back. It's definitely something we need to visit in the line. All right, so where the 2 colors meet, I'm going to flip over this brush to the clean side and kind of just pat and meld them together so there's no harshness. Now this I'm taking all the way on the lid and looking forward to make sure its placement is where I like it for when my eyes are open and when my eyes are closed. Okay, I'm going to go back into that fluffy brush. There is no product. I'm going to use it to blend the edges. The great thing about this formula is you don't get fallout. Back into that lightest shade just a little bit. And I'm going to re-intensify the beginning portion just a little. Now, one of my favorite parts about this particular formula is the fact that you can use the darkest shades to create liners, and they always look so good. So this again is the Tom Ford number 12 brush. It's an angled brush. Let's go into the darkest shade. There we go. And I want to create a little soft wing. I don't want it too intense, or if you want it a little bit more intense, you definitely use a thinner brush, but with this brush, it's a little more soft and diffused. Just going to drag the rest of the product on the lid and slowly build it to like that. More into the darkest shade and do a little something just on the outermost portion of the lower lash, just to bring it all together. Completing the look with a couple of coats of mascara. And here are our first two looks with Iconic Smoke. I like to think that both of these are actually quite wearable, although they would be categorized as a little bit more dramatique, but still wearable looks that you could confidently wear. They don't feel over the top, maybe a little, but not too over the top to where it's too much. All right, I've got some more looks in mind. Let's see if what's in here, I can get it on here the way I want. So I have here a BK Beauty 203 brush. I'm going to go into this shade here. I'm going to focus this on the lid. I'm really going to build this up. Just slowly building it up all over the lid. And then on the outer edges, no product and just blend. So built up all over the lid, and whatever's left on the brush, use that to blend the edges. And then I'm going to take my finger, I'm going to go into the lightest shade right here, right on the centermost portion for a very soft halo effect. And then going back in with the brush, just pat the edges so it's soft. Now, same BK Beauty 203 brush, I'm going to go into the darkest shade, pick that up, and lightly pat the outer edge, very lightly, and the inner as well. Now I'm going to go into that fluffy brush, no product, and use that to blend the edges and make sure everything is seamless, no harshness. This is a fun one. I feel like I'm wearing a pair of jeans on my eyelid, but in like a fun way. I like that one a lot. All right, let's do another look. Okay. This is the Sonia G Builder Pro. I am gonna go in. Okay, so I think it's fair to say I really like this shade. We're gonna go into this shade again. And I'm gonna build this up on the outer eye for this look. Unintentionally making it like a soft winged kind of look, but not really. I'm trying to translate it from in my head. You'll see. So I think it's going the way I want it to. Yeah. I'm gonna go in with that fluffy brush, no product, and blend. Blend those edges very nicely. So that same brush, the Sonia G Builder Pro, I'm just gonna turn it over to the clean side. Let's go into this lightest shade here. And this I'm gonna pack on the lid. I'm going to flip the brush back around, go back into that first shade, and kind of just bring everything together. So I'm focusing on the outer eye, kind of like a wing. And whatever's left, I bring it up in somewhat of a V shape. And then where the two colors meet, a bit of padding so that it's melted together nicely. Tom Ford number 3 brush, I'm going to go into the bronzy shimmer and very lightly, right on the inner corner, just a little bit. Just for just a little touch of sparkle. Nothing crazy, just a little something. And here I have 2 more looks for you. I think, again, very soft and wearable. I still think that this one is like a pair of denim, pair of jeans on your eyes. And then this one, it's just fun. It's soft, but it's fun. It's a little something. All right, I've got one more look for you, and let's pull everything together and get some makeup on this face and get this base together. All right, let's get this base, this face together. I'm gonna go in with the Traceless Stick foundation. I use 7.2 and 7.7. It's my little cocktail, my little combo. Love it. So I will take my sponge. I go into 7.7, put that on the inner parts of my face, and then into 7.7 everywhere else. Just pick it up on the sponge. I'm going to go in with my Emotion Proof Concealer, the doe foot. It fell off. I'm almost done with this one, so I still use it. I still somehow managed to get the product out. And I'm taking whatever is left and I'm bringing that on the lid. Going in with my Love blush. I, at first, did not like this blush. I do like the color on me now. At first, I didn't love it, but I really actually love it now. It's very soft. It's very pretty. And it adds just a really pretty flush to the skin. Rose Irisi has still been my go-to highlight. I think it's so gorgeous on the skin. And the tone is really pretty. So, it's Tom Ford Tuesday. You know we had to pull the face together with all Tom Ford. As per usual, everything will be listed and linked in the description box for you. All right. Let's do one final look and then we'll do some comparisons. I'm going to go into this shade. I'm going to put this all over my lid, and this is the Sonia G Builder Pro. So I am just going to apply this all over the lid. And there's no fallout. Oh my goodness. Look. That's what I love about the Crème formulation. Shadows like this give no fallout. So good. I'm going to intensify, build it up, continue. Now I'm going to go into the fluffy brush, there's no product, and just blend these edges. I have a very small, detailed type of brush. Unfortunately, he doesn't make this anymore, but it is the Wayne Goss number 8. I'm going to go into this darkest shade with that brush, create a little wing. I've got that Tom Ford pencil brush, and I'm going to go into the darkest shade, very little, and just focus this on the outermost portion of the lower lash line. And I'm going to put a black liner in the waterline, a couple of coats of mascara. All right, and to finish everything up, I'm going in with Gloss Looks. Here is our 5th look using the new Iconic Smoke. I think this is going to be my go-to look with this palette. It's sultry. It's just enough glam, but still wearable. Did you have a favorite look out of the 5 today? Comment down below. Okay, let me share quick comparisons with you and then we'll talk. So first up for comparison is a true OG classic. I pulled it because of the silver cooler tones. Just first glance, I thought it would be worth comparing. Titanium Smoke. Okay, so here are the 2 palettes side by side. Completely different formulas, and you know, now that I've had a chance to really work with the Iconic Smoke, they're very different, but here they are swatched side by side nonetheless. So up top is Iconic Smoke and down below is Titanium. I still think that Iconic Smoke is a unique color story, but I mean, Titanium Smoke is good. So this next one, it is also of Crème formulation. It's one of my go-tos. I love this color story. It's got a bit of purple, but you'll understand why I picked it. I pulled Violet Satine to compare. I'll let you see the swatches, but first glance, just pulling some of the quads that I thought would compare, I thought, you know, sorta kinda. Violet Satine, Titanium Smoke, and Iconic Smoke. Okay, so this last one, it's just for fun, okay? Just for fun, we're gonna see them side by side. Dark Opulence. And I mean, you can totally see these are so different from each other. When I pulled the palettes to compare, I didn't have the palette in front of me. I was just going off of memory, but for fun. Dark Opulence, Violet Satine, Titanium Smoke, and Iconic Smoke. Can you believe? I mean, I'm proud. I'm glad that I don't have any palettes in the collection that are quite comparable to Iconic Smoke. That's a good thing. That's a great thing. So 5 looks later, here are my thoughts on the new Crème formulation Iconic Smoke Eye Color Quad. Formulation, fantastic. Very on par with the other Crème formulation eyeshadows that I have worked with. Very creamy, blends, great, builds, lovely. You can use them with your hands, you can use them with the brush. There's no fallout. They're a pleasure to work with. Next to the wet dry formula, the Crème formulation is a go-to of mine personally, just because it's so easy to work with. And as you saw, we were able to create multiple looks with ease. And yes, there's only 4 shadows, but you can get creative, you can have fun, you can be bold, you can be soft. You can do all of the things. And I also really enjoy using shadows to create soft wings. It's just a lot easier. It's a lot more forgiving if you're not super precise with let's say you're not super precise with the more traditional liquid liners. Going in with shadow for liner, amazing. And the Crème formulation for that is just so easy. Overall performance and pigmentation, all of those things, A+. Really like the color story. And for the color story, I think it's quite wearable. Very happy to be adding Iconic Smoke to the collection. I think it's a color story that I needed. Yes. Happy Tom Ford Tuesday, everyone. Thank you as always so much for spending your time with me. Now, make sure you're subscribed because next Tom Ford Tuesday is going to be about this, the Ember Bronze. We didn't have the greatest first impression, but I'm going to remain optimistic, and I'm actually really happy that I shared what happened with you. So if that has happened to you, please, let's talk about it. I'm just curious. I don't know. Was it me? Was it shipping? It was packaged pretty nicely. I don't know. That was really weird, but This will be in next Tom Ford Tuesday, so make sure you're subscribed. Don't forget to give today's video a thumbs up. Thank you as always. Stay beautiful, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.